back, everyone. My next guest has also never been on with me before. We're live on Facebook, so hi to everybody out there. I have with me Martin Olson. He's a mortgage broker, and he's also is with Olson Family Mortgage. Welcome to the show. You know, a lot's going on in your world right now. I want you to tell everybody first a little bit about yourself and what you do, what makes you different, and what's going on with the refinances that people could do right now.
Well, thank you so much for inviting me to the show. And I'm with Olson Family Mortgage and Equity Smart Home Loans. We have NMLS 1963860. But what I do is I help homeowners with their financial situation with refinances or first-time home buyers or reverse mortgages.
There's a lot. Before we came on, we're going to do something for our listeners, and it's something that you can only, if you tell them that you hear it on Networking Arizona, you can get this from him, which is a $900 appraisal voucher. Please tell them what that is and how you're going to give that to them, and they're going to call into the show for it and tell them that they heard it. They're going to call you for it as well. Correct?
Correct.
Okay, go ahead.
They just have to mention on the show that they heard it on the show or on the Facebook or wherever they heard it.
Okay.
And what I did is I got approved to offer all your listeners $900 appraisal voucher to be able to cover their appraisal on their refinance or the purchase of their home. And so we're going to step up and cover that.
Okay, so let's go into it. We only have a short time, so we're going to try and get to this. So for listeners who may not have refinanced recently, what are the top reasons someone might consider a refinance today?
They want to look at their overall picture of their more monthly payments, lower interest rates, or even just have a new concept of the loan itself for their home.
Now, when you work with people, you say that you are statewide, you even are in other states as well, that you do free mortgage reviews,
Yes,
correct?
It's a consultation that we have, so that way we can put them in a good program for them.
Now, everybody that calls him is going to get, and we're doing it for all the listeners that call him and tell him they heard it on Networking Arizona. It's a $900 appraisal voucher. So his number is 623-258-8282. Tell him that you heard it on Networking Arizona. You're going to get the $900 voucher. His website is OLSONFamilyMortgage.com. So what indicators tell a homeowner that it may be the right time to explore a refi?
It really looks at, the interest rates are really coming down, so there's a lot of talk about that. It's a big thing going on. And also, if you want to lower your payments, secure your family, really.
Who doesn't want to lower their payments?
I don't know.
And the only way that you're going to find out is to have a mortgage review, right?
Correct.
And to find out whether or not whether it makes sense. I think that's the big thing right now, whether it makes sense.
Yeah, it needs to make sense
Right.
for everyone.
What's the single biggest misconception about reverse mortgages that you want to clear up?
One of the big things is that the government takes control of your home, and that's not the case at all. You have full control of your home. You do have to be at least 62 years old to be able to qualify, and it removes the mortgage payment really from you having to make it, so you can live a comfortable life all the way through.
So you do all kinds of loans.
Yes, we work with 171 lenders, and that's a lot of programs. We even work with high quality and low income. We have first time down payment assistance programs.
And he does free mortgage reviews. Call him and tell him that you heard it on Networking Arizona, and you're going to get that $900 value appraisal voucher. And his phone number is 623-258-8282. The website is OLSONFamilyMortgage.com. Okay, then who's a good candidate for a reverse mortgage? I love talking about reverse mortgages. Next time you come on, let's talk about that.
Oh, wonderful. As you already mentioned, that 62 years or older, and it really doesn't necessarily mean that somebody needs or is in financial troubles for reverse mortgage, because it could be an investment loan as long as they live in a home, and it doesn't affect if you're with your spouse. as well. It could be just with one. And that's really a good consultation, depends, because there's so many different options, so many different scenarios with everyone. That's why the consultation is very key, so we can give you good education on what is proper for you.
Absolutely, and what I think about them today is they're a tool, and they're used a lot differently than they ever have been. So what happens during a reverse mortgage consultation, and how do you help the families evaluate them?
We assist them to view the whole financial structure of their home. So it's not just focused on just the home, but we want to see what their goals are, how we can align themselves into their home, their life, their families overall.
Now, he works statewide, he's also in other states as well. He does these free mortgage reviews. I think that's what it's all about today. Let's find out where we're at, see what we can do. Number one, if you can, get a lower payment. Number two, if you're a first-time home buyer, that's something that everybody wants to get the best that they can, payment that they can get, as well as reverse mortgages. Working with a mortgage broker, it's not on here, so I'm going to asking you something that's not on here. Tell me why it's so important to go with a mortgage broker.
It's extremely important because, like I mentioned, I work with 171 different lenders, and what that does is opens up the door to a lot of different programs, and those programs are, you're not really going to the retail market like a retail bank. I don't want to mention any one of those, but basically what that does is it clears you up into those programs that you're not just set on one. You're set on a lot of hundreds of different programs that I can provide, and as a broker, it really opens up the doors to better savings for you. That's the ultimate goal, is to provide savings.
Call them and tell them that you heard it on Networking Arizona, and you're going to get that $900 voucher. It's an appraisal voucher, and his number again is 623-258-8282. The website is OLSONFamilyMortgage.com, and call him and get that free mortgage review. Okay, so what protections are in place today? We're talking a lot about reverse mortgages, but and one day I want to go more narrow and deep on them, but the reverse mortgage is safer and more transparent for seniors and their families.
There's a lot of good guidance and guidelines through HUD. HUD has all those guidelines that are set up, and that's a good for everyone to know that it's a safe product now. It's a product overall, really.
Right.
But you really want to have that safety net.
It's way different than it was years ago. They changed them. They're better. They're actually wonderful.
They're useful now.
Yeah, and they work, and that's another thing. So, okay, for someone comparing a traditional refinance with a reverse mortgage, what are the key differences?
One of the key differences is you have, on your regular refinance and regular payments, you have your monthly mortgage payments. On the reverse mortgage, it removes that monthly payment. So that way it uses up the equity in your home, so you are able to comfortably live your retirement, comfortably buy different things, and be good and comfortable and safe for you and your family.
So, question to ask you, you do all loans,
Yes.
right? Just clearing that up. And then, but do you specialize in reverse mortgages?
We specialize in reverse mortgages and refinancing. It's everything that's happening right now. That's a really good view, and you want to go to someone that knows what they're talking about.
A lot, especially when you're getting a reverse mortgage.
Yes.
That's very important. Let me ask you something too. A lot of people right now, it's so crazy out there with the rates. Is it a good time right now to get into buying a home?
Yes, this is a perfect time to do the reverse mortgages with all the changes, all the talks about lowering rates and interests. So it is a perfect time to answer your question.
I've heard you can buy a home with a reverse mortgage.
You can buy a home with a reverse mortgage. You can pay off all your debt from reverse mortgages. So no more high interest credit card debt. Those 29% interest rates, get that out the window.
So again, you can call him direct. He does free mortgage reviews. His phone number is 623 623-258-8282. Tell them that you heard it on Networking Arizona, and you're going to get that $900 appraisal voucher that he created just for the listeners here. Again, that number is 623-258-8282. What would you say that, if somebody wants to explore their options, what's the best first step that they should take?
Call and ask for a review with nothing mandatory to do. Just ask for some assistance. Here's where our situation is, so we can give you good counseling.
If we're talking about a reverse mortgage, what do they need to bring to you?
Just their openness, just
Willingness
talk.
to you know what,
Yep.
a lot of people have their bad taste in their mouth from them because from years ago. But if you have that consultation with him, I am sure that you will find out. I think anyone, what is it, 62? At least one
At
person.
least 62 years old.
Only one person. So even if you're married to someone younger, it still works.
Oh, that'd
right?
be nice.
There's a lot of different ways. There's a lot of different ways to use them. I love talking about them because they are way different. They're a tool and they help people. And the seniors need that a lot these days. You tell them that you heard it on Networking Arizona. You're going to get the $900 appraisal voucher. His number again is 623-258-8282. It's OLSON FamilyMortgage.com.